Okay, welcome back to the 11th episode ng Intangibles Podcast. As you can see, wala si special guest Laij at saka si Byron dito kasi meron silang mga schoolwork na kailangan unahin. Kasi syempre, student first. Student comes first sa amin.
Hindi naman siya wala kaming schoolwork. Talagang free lang
kami today. So,
tsaka, nag-adjust kami para sa special guest natin.
May special guest din kami today.
This evening.
Okay, pero before that, I'm Matt.
I'm Pio.
Sams.
And si Byron nandun pa somewhere. Tapos, okay. And welcome to the Intangibles Podcast.
Welcome.
We have our very special guest, Coach GAVS. Hello, welcome, Coach.
Welcome, Coach.
Okay lang naman palang wala si Byron kasi yung pumalit naman wow, grabe.
Actually, to be honest nga, na-disappoint ako na wala si Byron kasi aalas tumiro sana eh. Sige, okay na. Pwede na rin. Baka hindi tayo matuloy kung andito si Byron. But thank you for inviting me.
Yes.
Sana ma-enlighten ko sa pagsagot ko dito.
Para lang sa kaalaman ng lahat, si Coach GAVS naging coach namin ni Sam. Naging coach mo ba, Sam? Hindi ko alam
I don't, not technically yata.
Naging coach ka na. Naging coach daw. So,
I think I wasn't playing na. Yeah.
Nakikitrain si Sams. But ayun.
So yun, naging coach namin
Long
siya.
story.
Na hindi natin pag-uusapan. Naging coach namin siya. Tapos kaming tatlo ni Pio at ni Sams, naging class moderator namin siya for our grade 12
Senior year.
So napakaraming stories na siguro sanang ibibigay sa atin ni Coach GAVS ngayong araw. At saka mga life lessons, yung mga tingnan natin kung yung mga love life advice meron din. Pero that's
Yan sabi ni Pio, on and off the court.
On and off the court yung mga lessons ni Coach GAVS. Kaya lang, before we start that, as we do, we have our recurring segment, Good Shot, Bad Shot. Coach, good shot pag yung situation na binigay namin for you maganda, tapos bad shot pag hindi. So, unahin ko na muna yung napakatagal ng news na pinag-usapan namin before nung nakaraang podcast. Pero gusto ko rin katatanungin. Coach Tab was replaced by Coach Chot sa Gilas. So, we want your thoughts on that, kung good shot or bad shot.
Well, again, personally, for me, bad shot ko. Seeing as how ang ganda na nung takbo ng Gilas the past, before the pandemic, we were making so much headway in international competition. Tapos na-derail ng pandemic. And then all of this drama, all of this, ang daming issue eh.
Sabihin mo na, Coach. Sabihin mo na.
Hindi ko rin masabi outright kasi hindi ko alam yung full details. But bottom line is, at least for me, again, personal opinion, sobrang may naghahanap ng fame, may naghahanap ng time in the spotlight.
Right.
And it diba? It doesn't make sense kasi program director si Coach Tab, and to have him be replaced at such a crucial point in our build-up to the next big tournament, to be replaced by Coach Chot, who in his own right is a good coach, and diba, he has all the accolades and his credentials are there also. But to have an overhaul of the system at this point in time, an overhaul of the players involved, hindi tama eh. It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure, a lot of people have their own speculations, a lot of people have their own rumors that they've heard or are speculating. As far as I know, it's all just someone wants to be in the spot.
We heard it here first. Headline. Joke lang. Just kidding.
Hindi, yun nga. Coach, sinabi rin namin last time, parang we're going on a somehow rebuild now phase.
Yeah.
Lack of a better term, rebuild phase. And then, bigla tayong nagbalik ng mga pro ulit, which it doesn't really...
Parang nag-rebuild tayo habang nagre-rebuild talaga ng team.
Parang feel ko yung condition natin under Coach Tab was like Cleveland Cavaliers. Young players, tas ang ganda bigla ng performance natin. So imagine if the Cavs, yun na nga, relate din natin sa previous topic na napag-usapan natin. What if LeBron goes back to the Cavs? Yung parang ganun yung nangyari ngayon, 'di ba? Parang it's like scrap na lang ulit.
Yeah.
Well, that's that. Again, wala much respect Coach Chot, pero you heard it here first, everyone.
Yeah.
Again,
Okay.
personal opinion. Just the topic. The opinions of other people. It's my own opinion.
Okay. Klaro lang. Next up, again, for the past few days, napapag-usapan NBA trade deadline. Got a lot of, few trades. Una,
Sa lot.
Tyrese Maxey to Indiana, Domantas Sabonis to...
Haliburton.
Ay! Haliburton pala. Then Domantas Sabonis to Sacramento.
No.
So, good shot, bad shot. Ay,
Yan, okay na.
ano ba ako? Good shot, bad shot tayo doon.
To be honest, it didn't really make a lot of sense for me. Parang, yun nga, nakita niyo yung comments ni Haliburton, I think 2 weeks before the trade deadline, saying that he wanted to be part of the Kings long term, he was there to change the culture, so on and so forth. Tapos yung trade siya. It's another thing that doesn't make sense to me. As I was saying earlier, parang the Kings, in my opinion, won the trade in the sense that Domas can help them right now.
Contend.
Not necessarily contend right away or get into the playoffs. But between him and Tyrese in that situation, mas makakatulong siya. Yun nga, Pacers, they get a great young player. Ako, sobrang hyped ako kay Tyrese.
Same big fan.
I agree.
To win
I agree.
Rookie of the Year. But yun nga, if he gets all of that attention and all of that responsibility to carry the Pacers in the next few years, and they build around him, kung hindi nila pakawalan si Turner sa off-season and so on and so forth, I think Pacers in the long run can win the trade as well. Pero for right now, mas Kings yung nanalo sa tingin ko.
Well, ako, di ko alam, own opinion ko to, pero for me, panalo yung Indiana. Hear me out. Kasi, if you're trading for Domantas Sabonis and trading him for a young guy na sana gumaling, kasi ako rin big fan din ako ni Haliburton. So, if you're getting Domantas Sabonis to help you get to the next level, I don't think that's enough of a move. Unless, of course, sabihin na lang natin may kunin sila sa free agency this coming off-season, pero napakatagal pa nun. And no offense to the Kings, pero I don't think they're winning big with that lineup. I don't. Lalo na, I don't think na may pupunta sa kanila from free agency na big name. So, akin, both teams, Indiana and Sacramento, are meant to rebuild. Sacramento was doing it. Tapos they got Tyrese Haliburton, and then they kind of like went back a little bit by getting Domantas.
They've been rebuilding for 20 years, bro.
That's my point. That's my point. I don't think
They're
that's...
back in the conference finals.
They should have traded Fox instead of
Yeah,
I
yun,
agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
now. As in, like, if they had made that one simple change, trajectory nila would still be going up.
Yeah.
I
I
agree.
mean, no, again, ako, magaling si Swipe pa. No question about it. But is he on the same level as Ja, as Luka? I honestly don't think so. And I don't think he can I mean, I'd love to be proven wrong, but I don't
Yes.
think he can take the Kings to that next level.
Yeah.
And to add to both your points lang, to Coach Man, Sacramento did a win now move, but no one's old. Like, sobrang bata pa ng mga players nila for them to do a win now move. Indiana, alam naman na, like, they've said it before na, okay, they plan to rebuild. But let's not forget, they traded Caris LeVert also for Ricky Rubio and picks. Okay, so if nagre-rebuild sila, Ricky Rubio's injured with an ACL. For sure, they're gonna trade him since they're rebuilding. So, which
Parang-
team would need Ricky Rubio, di ba?
Okay, wait lang. I don't think so. I don't think they'll trade Ricky.
What?
They need that veteran
Yeah,
presence. bro.
yun. They need a veteran
Oo.
presence, lalo na as a point guard.
Ang
Yeah.
question ko lang do, ang question ko sa Pacers, they have Brogdon, they have, yun nga, the contract of Ricky Rubio, they have Haliburton, they have Duarte who's up and coming,
Yeah.
you also still have TJ McConnell. Dun pa lang,
Body
dalawang
heal.
point guard ka na eh.
Yeah.
Tapos may body heal ka pa.
Oo nga, no?
Kiefer Sykes. Ang dami nilang
Guards.
pyesa at
Security
the,
guard
at the
agency sila.
So, it
Dami talaga.
Kaya ano, kung nakita nyo before Domas was traded, di ba he was out with COVID,
Yeah.
injured si Turner, na-injure si Goga, na-injure si Isaiah Jackson. Wala silang legit big. I mean, they surprisingly, they were competitive for a few games. Pero, I mean, I like Rick Carlisle as a coach. He brought a championship to Dallas.
Yeah,
Yun, no? Yun talaga.
But, yun nga, ang weird, hindi ko magets yung plano nila, kung ano balak nila with their roster going forward. Kasi, di ba, there were rumors that they were going to let Miles Turner go. Pero mukhang walang kumagat kasi na-injure nga siya. So,
Yeah.
ayun, it's weird to me to see, yun nga, having gotten rid of Domas, having gotten rid of Caris. Sino natira? Ano yung next big move mo dyan?
I think they'll build through the draft.
Wow.
Yeah. Hindi kasi
Hindi,
Sabonis,
real. Kasi they're not
if
gonna
you're
get...
gonna try to trade Sabonis, you're not gonna get anything much for Sabonis. In my opinion, Sabonis is a star. Pero yung
Yeah.
yung pagka-star niya, I don't think it's parang naka-attract ng like big players to play with him. Same with Haliburton. Kaya feel ko walang panalo sa trade na yun kasi none of them got better. None of them's gonna get better anytime soon. So,
Yeah,
Kings gonna be rebuilding until 2050, bro.
And to point out, feeling ko lang, if you're gonna rebuild, it's good to have a point guard as the main guy. Just because if you don't have a good point guard, akin lang to just because if you don't have a good point guard, nothing will be running
No, and it's a point guards league now.
now.
Yeah, but look what
you
you
need
could
a competitive point guard. Ngayon.
you could say different for like how the Sixers 'di ba? Sa big sila nagsimula
Well,
eh.
depende rin din.
Yeah.
Depende rin.
Nag-start sila kay kay Okafor, tapos naging Joel Embiid.
Nerlens Noel, man. Nerlens Noel.
Nerlens Noel, yeah.
Nerlens
Oh my
Noel.
god.
Si
Nerlens
bro,
Noel.
what's his name? Dario Saric, come on.
Oo nga pala, Dario Saric.
Oy, solid yun. Solid din si
Yeah,
Saric.
you're solid.
Oh, they gave up Saric for Jimmy Butler, di ba?
Yeah. It was a good trade, to be fair. Kasi wala rin naman ata na po. Saan si Saric ngayon?
Phoenix?
He's
Phoenix ba?
injured.
But
He's injured.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
see
he
him
got
anymore.
injured in the finals.
Anyway, so yun. A second one, of course, famously, James Harden and Paul Millsap to Brooklyn for
Free the beard! Free the beard!
Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, and Andre Drummond. Coach, thoughts? We need your thoughts.
Ako, personally, mas gusto ko yung nakuha ng Brooklyn.
I agree.
Up?
I
Yeah,
agree.
I agree too.
So ako na naman yung baliw sa episode.
Oh, ikaw.
Ben Simmons wasn't playing a single minute for Philly after what happened last season. I mean, weird din yung situation ng Brooklyn kasi nga, diba? Ang si Kyrie na anti-vaxxer, ayaw nagpakuna. Tapos ba rin...
Sira ulo.
He's disappointed that he can't play. Hello, andyan yung solution.
It's your fault, bro.
But I think the kicker there was getting Drummond and
Seth
Curry.
Right.
Plus
So,
the
right.
picks. Yun nga, the
Right.
people are saying na parang Philly was turned from wanting 2 first-round picks for Simmons to giving up
away
2 first round. I mean, Daryl Morey is so in love with James
Harden.
that he was willing to give up this. And then, for me, it's weird lang kasi magaling si James. No question about it. MVP. Pero, if you look at his history, diba, he played with so many all-star caliber players. Dwight Howard during his prime, Westbrook, Chris Paul, diba, ang dami nila nakasama. So yeah, even with KD, with Kyrie, even though it was a short amount of time, he always finds a way out. He always finds a way to lose. And so, I mean, maganda, exciting yung pairing ni Harden at ni Embiid sa Philly. But, between the two of them, mas may makukuha ang Brooklyn ang Philly.
I agree.
Kasi
Yeah.
si Simmons, diba? Even if he doesn't come back right away, the potential is still there. If he comes back to what he was before the mental problems, the diba? All of the issues he had off the court because of his play during playoffs, ang laking boost nun. And I think, yun nga, parang if Steve Nash and his coaching staff can find a way to empower him more, ang laking makukuha nila out of Simmons, Curry, and Drummond. Actually nga, the 2 potential picks pa. And I think this is a last-ditch effort for Harden. But if he can't get it done with Embiid within the next 3 seasons, he's going to be forever known as, unless he accepts a role as
Harden to the Lakers?
a lesser star.
Oh.
I don't think
I
can
doubt-
ever foresee
I
that
highly doubt
happening. Yun nga, it's going to be challenging for him to win a championship. So maganda, I mean, to be fair, maganda yung lineup ng Philly. Yung Thibault,
Tobias
is still there.
Yeah.
So, andun yung potential. Pero like, ang question ko ngayon for Philly, sino backup center mo?
Nawalan sila ng depth.
Yeah. They lost depth. To add to what Coach said, one of the biggest issues with the Nets has been their defense. And their size. Kasi I think they play Blake Griffin at the 5. Sometimes si Claxton
Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge. But defense and size pa rin kasi LaMarcus is coming off of an injury, diba? That's why he didn't play the rest of last season. Adding Drummond, something with his heart or something. Basta. You add the center in Andre Drummond, who's a beast sa boards.
Rim protector.
Rim protector defense. And you add Simmons who can defend all 5 positions. Not only that, since Kyrie can't play all games, you had Seth Curry to play home games with Patty Mills. And you'll bring him off the bench.
Lumakas yung
Pabalik
bench
pa si
ng
Joe
Nets.
Harris.
Lumakas yung bench ng Nets.
Joe Harris
Sobra.
coming back. And
Meron ko pa, may Cam Thomas ka pa.
yeah, ang dami talaga. Plus, I don't think Brooklyn is eyeing a top spot in the playoffs anyways. Para wala silang home court advantage. Para si Kyrie mas maraming malarong games.
Smart.
I didn't think of it that way.
That's the first time I've heard of that.
That's smart, bro.
Magaling yung naisip ni Pio.
That's smart.
Smart.
Yeah, so, I doubt they're eyeing a top seed in the playoffs. Para lang Kyrie can play more road games. Para hindi sila dehado. KD will always be there. Turning to Philly.
You think KD will be there?
Hindi. Sabi niya, post All-Star break, he'll come back.
If you saw KD during the All-Star draft, he was so done with life, bro. He was like, he's so depressed. Tapos nung tinanong pa siya nung James Harden question, he was, naawa ako kay KD.
Hindi na ako naniniwala sa mga comeback ni KD. Hindi siya bumalik sa Thunder.
Yeah.
Wala nang tiwala sa mga...
Yung iba yan,
Wala na
that's a
akong-
personal grudge.
Bro, that's different.
That's a personal grudge.
Wala
bro.
na akong tiwala sa
Anyway.
mga ganun niya.
Sa Philly naman, like what Coach Gavs said, maganda yung best five nila, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden, Tyler Ball, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid. Okay, after them, sino na?
Yeah, bench.
Court Maz,
Shit,
no offense sa kanya.
Girls niya.
Sino pa? I don't know anyone. I think Ben Simmons, the Nets.
Danny Green.
Yeah.
Championship
Oo nga pala.
experience. Danny
Paul
Green.
Millsap. Paul Millsap, bro. Veteran.
Pero guys, let's be real. Now, so I think Brooklyn is just maganda yung position nila now for their team setup at 7th or 8th in the East. Okay lang yan. They'll win.
Yeah.
Kyrie will play more games for them in the playoffs. They'll win.
Okay, ako na naman yung baliw sa episode, like I said. Pero eto kasi yung factor. This is the one big factor. Joel Embiid. The way Joel was playing, he really needed someone. Kahit ano na yung laro niya, kahit walang point guard na maayos, buhat na buhat to like top seed. What if you add James Harden pa?
Okay, tanungin ko lang. Kasi, if you mess up in the playoffs as much as Ben Simmons did, you would get hated, right? Of course, by the fans of the team. But, let's be honest, Philly fans are built different. They're
brutal.
They're brutal, very brutal. So, let's just say that never happened, but he did that in Brooklyn. And he got hated, of course, in social media as expected, but not the fans. Like, yung mga fans, of course, they're gonna be disappointed with what he did and all of that. But they're still willing to accept him. Kasi, ang hirap din naman maglaro sa team na yung fans ayaw sa'yo. So,
But you're getting paid 40 million though. 40
I
million
get-
a year.
I get it. You're getting paid that much. But like, you see this. Like, would everything be different if only the fans, kahit yung fans lang, hindi siya ginanon?
Hindi, yung sinisisi niya dun si Doc Rivers not really the
Right,
fans.
yun. Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Tama yung sinasabi
yun,
niya.
yun.
Yung
Si Doc
kinausap
Rivers
siya,
yung sinisi.
Yung kinausap siya.
Hindi, yung press con na sinabi na
Okay,
I don't know if we can
yeah.
win with Ben
I don't know
Simmons.
if we can win with Ben Simmons. Yun.
Ikaw ba naman, ilaglag ka ng coach mo sa harap ng media for the entire world to see? How will,
pre.
diba, how will you come back from that when you know that the person who is calling the shots does not have trust in you anymore? Ang hirap no?
Yeah.
Oo, ang hirap.
I mean,
Tsaka-
I gets ko rin naman kung bakit galit yung fans sa kanya. He screwed up. He messed up so
Oh.
bad during the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't think yun yung naging factor kung ba't siya umayaw.
Kasi naisip
Kasi-
ko lang, cause like the mental thing. Cause
That's cap. That's cap. Yeah, that's cap. Like Ben Simmons? Come on, bro. Ben Simmons?
Just saying.
Used to date a Kardashian, now talking about mental issues and fans? Come on, bro.
I mean, I never know.
I don't
I'm just
believe
saying, he's just, when he plays the game, sobrang hina ng loob niya. So, I'm just saying,
No, that's
na
true.
hindi
That's
malayo
true.
mangyari yun.
That's
No,
true.
okay. For to end na lang siguro, I think the big difference now in Brooklyn is, in the Sixers, he had to be their second best player. Like,
Yeah.
sila talaga ni Embiid and him. Now, he's what? Third best player. Siguro on offense, he's probably like the last option.
Exactly.
Like, if he screws up here, all he needs to do is pass people the ball. Like, if it's still not successful,
Oo.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know that.
Eto, from there, may tanong ako sa inyo. Isa lahat na sinabi ni Pio. Do you guys think Ben Simmons is another one of those? He's not really a star, but he's rather like a glorified role player.
No,
Oh, I think so.
he's a star. He's not a superstar. He's not
No,
the guy who leads the team, but he can be the secondary guy if
I
tumaas yung
think-
kumpiyansa niya sa sarili niya.
I think he's a glorified role player. For the example of Andrew Wiggins. Kasi, in Minnesota, he was their first option. Siguro second nung dumating na sikat. But he was like Kobe Bryant nga, diba? Next generational talent. But it wasn't successful. with the Warriors, he's an all-star starter. Given na may injuries, but he's playing really well. Best basketball of his career. That is because his role changed. Ben Simmons' role will now change.
So, next question. Actually, unahin ko na tong recent news kasi yung next, yung dapat for the next good shot, bad shot, pang personal coach Cubs lang yan. So, next, Alaska recently announced that they will leave the PBA.
That's a pain.
So,
Yeah.
Coach, baka may mga alam ka naman dyan. Diba?
Tama!
Kasi,
Diyan wala akong alam.
Naubusan ng gatas.
Hindi, pero, I mean, yun nga, tinanong niyo ako earlier if I watched the PBA, and sadly, not in recent years, not as much as I used to. For the simple fact that, yun nga, parang sila lang ulit eh. It's either, diba, San Miguel or TNT or Ginebra. Parang sila lang lagi yung because it's such a close-knit league. Na parang you have, 10, 12 teams who are competing, and then it's a single mother company that has 3 or 4 teams. It really just doesn't breed enough competition. Kaya nagigets ko kung bakit umalis sina 30, sina Dwight. Kasi nga, mas malaking opportunity for them to play elsewhere. So, ayun. To be honest, I'm not surprised that Alaska decided to call it quits. Simply because, yun nga, I guess they realized or hindi na nila makita yung point of purpose yung pag-field ng team. Kasi diba, yun nga, parang they had a good run. They won, diba, nag-Grand Slam sila.
they have 14 rings. 14 rings in like 20 plus years.
If again, my personal opinion, if the PBA doesn't make radical changes, it's going to end up disappointing so many more people. Kasi
Yeah,
it
we all
used to
think the
be-
same. Yeah.
Ganda
It
naman.
used to be such a great league. Hindi lang na-sustain, hindi lang nasabayan yung expansion, I guess, into the next big thing.
Mas believe ako personally, mas believe ako sa MPBL ngayon. Just because...
Yeah, baka naman. Marikina, baka naman.
Marikina, baka rin. Teka, may coach kami dito. Ayan, pwede rin to. Pero hindi, okay. Siguro, napakasimple lang naman ng things happened. Alaska preferred to have something else happen na medyo may nakita na sila na hindi dapat siguro na worth ng pag-investan. So, ayoko na rin masyadong pumasok sa conversation na yan kasi wala pa masyadong news, pero yun na yun. Kasi, at saka excited na rin akong tanungin ito kay Coach GAVS. Coach GAVS, last good shot, bad shot. Porzingis traded to Washington.
For Davis Bertans and
For-
Spencer Dinwiddie.
For your favorite
In
team,
fairness,
Dallas.
In fairness, kumuha si Bertans kanina.
Yeah,
They won against
he
Miami.
played well.
Partially because of him. I think he hit 3 3-point shots and the end one siya na daw. But overall, hindi ko pa intindihan kung ano yung
What?
Let's go.
I mean, looking through the Mavericks subreddit, kasi doon ako
Uy, grabe yun. May subreddit pa pala
sa
mga
mga I mean, all of the NBA teams have their own subreddit.
A subreddit, yeah.
But they were saying that they did that to get rid of Porzingis' contract. It's easier to take on 2 smaller, worthless contracts than one big one, which makes sense.
Grabe yung mga
Pero
worthless.
yeah,
Grabe yung mga
ako
worthless yun.
Personally, mas may tiwala ako kay KP. I know a lot of people didn't like him kasi injured lagi, diba? Supposedly couldn't play with Luka. But this season, he was turning a corner. He played so well in the games that he played. So I really can't also blame Dallas for getting rid of him. it just baffles me that they got rid of him right now instead of at the end of the season. And for two players who, on paper, don't look like they can help Dallas right now.
Right now.
Like,
Yeah.
like yun nga, sinasabi ko sa best friend ko na Mavs fan din for life. We could have gotten, let's say, Montrezl Harrell instead.
Yo, MVP?
Before-
Mr. number 6
before
in
he got-
MVP?
Before he got traded to Charlotte. I mean, if he was on the table, if he was available for a trade, why didn't Dallas go for him? Diba? There were rumors then that they were trying to find a package to send him to Toronto for Dragic. And then Toronto decided to send him to San Antonio. Pero for me, okay, sige, if we're going to get rid of his contract, why not get someone who can help you? Parang,
Yeah.
for me, superfluous yung pagkuha nila kay Dinwiddie kasi may Bronson ka na eh.
Yeah.
Josh Green is surprisingly playing well this season.
I like
I
him
am
too.
pleasantly surprised with him after the shit season he had last year.
Dapat sa Thunder na siya pumunta, pero sige, that's fine.
Dapat nga sa Deep Bay yung pick namin last year.
Which would actually be
dahil
better.
Dahil nga kay,
Yeah.
or kahit nga si Desmond Bain, diba? Desmond Bain really
Bro.
wanted to play for Dallas.
Baller.
But Dallas passed on him because of that. Alam niyo naman yung, diba, there was supposed to be this guy who was basketball analytics. Si Harlabab, basta he wasn't part of the front office, but he was advising Mark Cuban, and basically he was running the show. Kaya yun yung some point of contention last year. Nagagalit si Luka, ganyan. But, ayun, going back to the play, hindi ko siya gusto personally because let's say when I played 2K, of course, that's a champion ko yung Mavericks kasi diba, magaling si KP. But imagine mo, if you had KP playing at this consistent level until at least the end of the season, I assure you they would have won at least one playoff series.
I
But of
think
course,
so, yeah.
diba, I mean, possibly even two in the West.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that tama yung assessment ng Mavs that they're going to focus on Luka and make sure that the role players around him are top notch.
Good question na ako, Coach. As a Mavs fan, I think maraming players in the NBA, ay nasa coach also, maraming players sa NBA na patok kay Jason Kidd kasi players coach daw siya. But for you personally, nagagalingan ka ba sa kanya?
Especially over Rick Carlisle.
Over Rick Carlisle.
Good question, bro.
No, I mean,
Well,
okay. Okay, coach.
Hindi, sige, tuloy mo, Pio.
Hindi. Kasi, I think, one of the reasons why Rick Carlisle is a great coach, no question about it. Pero, his offense really ran through Dirk. He ran through a big. So, I think a coaching change was necessary. Kasi guards league na ngayon. And, unless they were gonna play through Porzingis, over Luka Doncic, which was highly never gonna happen in a million
Maxi
years.
Kleber, bro. Maxi Kleber over Luka Doncic.
Hey,
First
magaling
option.
yun ha. Magaling yun si Kleber. Dude, he's really good, bro. But ikaw, coach, ano masasabi mo?
To be honest, when the Mavs said that they were hiring Jason Kidd, I thought it was a PR move because he was part of that champion team, diba? He was a special advisor for the Mavs. GM mo si Michael Finley. So you had all of these players from that championship. JJ Barea is a scout. Tyson Sanders, a player development coach. I did not like it at the start of the season. I hated it. Especially when they were playing so bad sa simula. Pangit the offense. Jason Kidd said at the start of preseason, Mavs were going to be a jump shooting team. He came into the start of the season, puro jump shot. Tapos hindi pa pumapasok. Tapos wala ka makikita whatsoever na adjustments throughout the game. But over the course of the season so far, makikita mo the players are buying into it. They've stepped up on defense, even the in-game adjustments. Case in point, ito rin yung sinabi ko sa best friend ko. Case in point, yung game nila against Philly, I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago,
Yes.
Philly was ito yung infamous game na tabi niya yung rim, tapos na-delay ng halos isang oras.
Yung inayos ni Boban. Nakagano.
Tinira lalo ni Boban. During the first half, Embiid was killing them, even Drummond. Kasi nga, walang decent na big. I mean, Maxi could only do so much. But after halftime, nag-switch sila to zone. Walang nagawa si Embiid. Walang nagawa si Drummond. So little things like that. I think he's learning how to work with the pieces that he has. He's learning what are the strengths and finding yung tamang rotations. I think yung ginagawa nila ngayon is Luka plays the entirety of the first and third quarter, and then midway through the second, and depending on how the game is sa fourth, pinapasok siya around 8 minutes. Ang laking difference, and even having Brunson in the starting five, ang laking difference. So, I'm not entirely sold yet, kasi nga, iba yung usapan pagdating sa playoffs. But, ang nagugustuhan ko is yung defense nila and in-game adjustments. May change. So hopefully it works out. But to your point, the players coach, the people want to play for him. Yeah, I'm not surprised, diba? Si Dame wanted him to coach Portland. So it's he understands. Even Giannis, diba, had nothing but nice things to say to him when he left Milwaukee. So it makes sense kasi he understands. Napagdaanan niya yun eh. Pero sketchy din siya kasi yung sa Brooklyn, yung sinagi siya
Talino nun ah.
Matalino yun.
Matalino yun eh.
Gulang.
Coach, ikaw, magagawa mo ba yun in-game? Magagawa mo yun in-game?
O dapat technical na lang ako. Para may time out. Hindi, pero it looks better than it did at the start of the season. Yun na lang. As a Mavs fan, mas may tiwala na ako sa kanya now than at the start of the season.
Ito lang masasabi ko dyan, coach. Ito lang ha. As a Thunder fan, yan. Ito lang masasabi ko sa'yo.
Oh my God, bro.
Ito lang masasabi ko sa'yo, coach. Hindi mo kailangan mag-alala sa mga pinagsasabi behind the scenes ng Mavericks. Tiwala ka na lang, nagkaroon kayo ng championship, coach. Kami wala pa. Yung ngayong season, yung pagpasok ng playoffs, mag-alala, coach, at least makakapasok kayo. Kami wala talaga, kaya
Gagawin niyo pa si Dirk ng statue, coach.
kami sinong gagawa namin ng statue? Si Josh Giddey? Diyos ko Lord, wala pa, matagal pa yun. Kaya
wala, madami pa naman kayong pick, Matt.
Yeah, bro. Ronnie James.
Bronny James. Yes.
Okay, well, ano na ba tayo? Okay, 40 minutes in, no? Medyo
Miss you, coach.
medyo masaya to kasi obviously naman medyo mapapahaba usapan namin kasi nag-enjoy kami dito. Pero finally, baka nagtataka kayo dyan. Sino ba itong nagsasalita? Sino ba itong Gavino na to? Sino ba to? Si Coach Gav?
Come on, bro.
Sino ba to? Ba't kailangan pagtiwalaan to sa mga sagot niya? Ba't kailangan pakinggan to? Ito, Coach Gavs. Finally, introduce mo naman sarili mo sa audience natin ngayon para makapagsimula tayo sa main topic natin about you today.
Which is you.
Wow. Which is you. Yes.
Patikim pa lang pala yung 40 minutes na.
Yes, patikim pa lang yan.
I'm Coach GAVS. I am currently the athletic coordinator for the Senior High School. I'm finishing up my 4th year of teaching at the senior high school, but overall my 9th year of teaching in general. Ateneo Grade School High School, UP Diliman College, Texas Tech.
Yes, sir. Repping.
Yun lang.
Yun lang.
Coach, kwento mo naman, ano ba yun? Naglaro ka diba, coach, ng basketball before?
No, never. I was never a varsity athlete.
Same.
Hindi naman varsity, coach. Parang hilig lang.
I mean, it's always been something I was interested in, invested in. Pero yun nga, it's one of my biggest regrets na nung atenista ako, mas lalo na nung UP, wala na pag-asa. But nung nasa Ateneo ako, biggest regret ko, never man lang ako nag-try out for any varsity team. To put things in context, first 2 years in high school, nakakasing size ko si Monroy o si JP.
Shoutout John, shoutout
Jana.
JP.
Shout out to the Tizes.
I mean, hindi ko naman sinasabi na maliit sila. Pero I was around their size first 2 years of high school. So talaga wala akong belief sa sarili ko na kaya ko mag-basketball. I mean, I liked it. I played it since grade school. Mas lalo na, while sa grade school, kasi di ba, pag recess and lunch, yung buong batch nasa isang court lang, tapos yung nag-i-intersect na court. So, kailangan marunong mag-dribble sa dami ng tao. So, it's always been something I enjoyed doing. But yun nga, regret ko is never try. Hindi man lang ako nag-try out. Kasi wala akong belief sa sarili ko. Ngayon, punong-puno na ako sa belief sa sarili ko. Kahit wala sa liban.
Sobrang.
Yun, I think that the closest experience I got to being part of a varsity team was sa college. Meron sa UP yung inter-college, parang intrams sila. Per college, mag-field ang team, ganyan. So, within the College of Human Kinetics, kung saan ako nag-aaral na sports side, meron din kami inter-batch. So, per year level, so pumasok ka ng 06, lahat ng magkakasama sa 06, versus 07, 08, so on and so forth. Kasama ako sa 07, kasi and surprisingly, malakas kami. We'd make the finals sa inter-batch. I think 3 of the times I played.
Siyempre, may Coach Gabs eh. May Coach Gabs sa team, siyempre. Aabot sa finals.
Matangkad ka na ng coach, no? Siguro.
Mga ganito na yung height ko. Pero malakas yun, kasi let's say, madaming varsity na hindi basketball sa batch namin. Meron kami nag-volleyball, meron kami nag-chess. Pero kasing size ko, sobrang galing niya. May mga track kami. So, loaded yung batch namin. But we'd always fall short sa finals. So, no second year college ako, kinuha nila ako to play for the college team. Sa inter-college kadang. And at the time, yung CHK team, yun nga, kami yung first CHK team na walang basketball, walang team B na varsity na nag-represent sa college. So, nanalo kami ng championship. Yun yung
dahil
Dog.
Hindi dahil sa akin, kasi literally role player lang ako. Kinuha lang nila ako kasi magaling ako mam-block ng tao. Kasi yun yung, ever since I got my growth spurt no in between second and third year high school, yun yung nag-focus ako sa defense. Kasi alam ko, ang daming marunong mag-shoot, ang daming marunong mag-dribble lang, pero hindi lahat nakakatalon kasi yung taas ng talon ko, hindi nakaka-time ng tama. So, there were, in high school, third year kami nun, yung intrams, sports fest. So, yung
Sports
one-day
fest.
tournament, diba? Sports fest. Yung pinaka-favorite memory ko of sports fest. Kalaban namin 3C yata yun. Basta one of the stronger teams in our batch. Tapos, nakakatuwa rin, diba? Kasi parang hindi importante yung first five. Ang importante, final
Finishing
five.
five.
The sports. Oo. So, tapos per quarter, may 5 kayo bawal mag-sub. So, that's the third quarter group ako nun. Tapos, sa free throw nung kakampi ko, na-mintis niya, I was at half court. Tapos na-outlet na ako kabilang team. So, libreng breakaway. Tapos na-chase down block ko to end the quarter.
Bron.
Tapos, literally, yung buong covered courts, nag-wild. Kasi talagang, literally, walang chance. Walang chance na makahabol ako, pero nahabol ko.
That's crazy.
So, yun yung favorite memory ko sa sports fest na high school. But, yun nga, never ako nag-varsity. Nung nasa States ako, may liga yung mga Pilipino doon. Surprisingly, madaming Pilipino sa Lubbock. So, shout out sa mga Pilipino sa Lubbock, Texas.
Shoutout po.
Shoutout kung sino po kayo dyan.
May mga tournament sila for every major holiday. So, we would get together. Tapos puro Pilipino lang yung naglalaro. Tapos may mga teams na mandadayo from other cities.
Dayo!
Inter-barangay pero sa US.
Parang gano'n. Kasi like may magpapagawa pa ng jersey mula dito, tapos papadala na yun. Sobrang wild. Tapos, ayun. I think I played in around, I'd say, 8 to 10 tournaments. Naka-champion kami once. So, ayun, ever since grade school, it's always been part of my life na pag may recess, pag break, pag dismissals, maaga-dismissal, basket. Kasi, wala. Yung...
Ball is life. Ball is life, eh.
To some extent, yeah.
Wait lang, Coach. May mga tanong kasi si Sams para sa'yo. Pero bago tayo magsimula, gusto ko lang ma-inform mga tao. Si Coach GAVS, naging parang, ano bang, strength. Yung first time nakakilala ko si Coach GAVS, hindi ko alam kung strength and conditioning coach yung purpose. Pero, summer ata yun. At may tinatawag siyang drill na 4-8-16. Every after practice.
Oh my God.
Dito, first time na nakilala ko si Coach GAVS. Di siguro alam ni Coach GAVS to. Pero since summer league yun yung summer na natapilok ako. Yung practice na yun, na first time ko nakilala si Coach GAVS, yun yung kakabalik ko pa lang. As in, first or second practice ko pa lang kakabalik from ankle injury. Yung ankle injuries ko, since madalas na nangyayari sa akin, parang hindi ko pinapacheck like I did nung last year ko naglaro. Hindi ko pinapacheck. Ano lang, compress, ice, tapos tataas ko na sa kama. Ganun lang. Sports science, Coach.
Rice protocol.
Nakikinig ako, Coach.
Rice protocol.
Nakikinig ako. Pero yun nga, yun lang yung ginagawa ko. So, malay ko ba ako may malalang injury na ako pala. Anyway, pagkabalik ko, nahihirapan ako during practice. Pucha, yung last pa, yung pagod na ako kasi wala ako sa kondisyon, kakabalik ko pa lang. Biglang pinag 4-8-16 kami.
Explain mo yung 4-8-16 na.
Okay. 4-8-16 kasi is, ko alam kung anong naisip ni coach na pantapos ng practice. Pero it's a sideline to sideline na run? Hindi ko alam. Basta sideline to sideline. So, 4 touches in how many seconds, Coach? Hindi ko matandaan yung seconds kasi.
Basta sobrang unreasonable nun.
Basta sobrang
31 minutes.
Yun, basta yun. 4 touches, tapos yun na, and then couple of seconds ng break, and then 8 touches, and then...
Hindi a couple of seconds yun. Excuse me. Equal yung amount of time.
So,
It's relative lang.
15 seconds.
So,
15 seconds yung tatakbo. 15 seconds kayo magpapahiga. Balat na lang.
Couple of seconds. 4 touches, 8 touches, tapos 16 touches. Pagkatapos na nahirapan ako maglakad. Parang hindi ko na alam ko. Pero yun mo, first time ko nakilala si Coach GAVS, tapos hindi mapagawa niya sa akin fresh off injury. Diba to? Tapos next practice, ganun ulit, hanggang ganun ulit. Ewan ko na. Basta yun, sinasabi ko lang, ganun klaseng coach si Coach GAVS. May mga training talaga na hindi ko nagigets kung bakit. Pero, pwede na. Okay, anyway, sounds... Question of your questions.
Bago tayo mapunta kay Sams, mukhang matagal mo nang dinadala yung mat, ha? Hindi mo man sinabi yung sa journal.
Ngayon lang.
Sa retreat.
Every Friday, binibigyan kita ng pagkakataon, ilabas yun sa sa passport mo. Hindi mo sinulat yun. Ngayon mo sasabihin sa harap ng maraming tao.
Wala.
Sams, doon na.
Hindi, Coach, wala naman sa mga loob yun. Sinishare ko lang naman. Sa buong mundo.
Parang meron, mat eh.
Hindi. Okay. Then, Sam, sige, continue na. Baka may masabi pa yun.
Okay. Yung mga, first of all, sorry coach, kasi yung mga kasama ko, wala silang respect sa'yo. Di ka nila tinatanong, kamusta ka ba? Ano yung pinagkakabalaan mo?
Wow.
Baka gusto mo talaga ni Mayo, bakit ka ganyan?
Bakit? Ayan, coach, kamusta ka? Bakit ka ganyan?
Sa lahat ng tanong, coach, yun talaga yung sinagot ko.
No, pero... Salamat, Sams, sa respeto na binibigay.
Ay, grabe talaga to.
Ay, umalis na lang kami ngayon. Joke lang.
Okay naman ako. Preparing for quarter 4. Kasi ginawa na ang quarter system yung senior high school. So, sa quarter 4 pa yung sports side 2. So, nire-revamp. Kasi nire-revamp namin ni Coach Doc yung curriculum ng sports side. So yung mga ibang topics na tinuro ko kay Napio at kay Matt, hindi ko na tinuturo this year.
Ha? Ano?
Kasi
Madaya.
Lugi kayo, pre. Lugi.
Madaya yan.
Lugi.
Hindi, kasi we adapted it to your international
Online.
kapalaran.
IB?
So, mas ginawa namin ni Coach Jock na leaning towards IB with the hope that in the future, kahit wala na si Coach Jock sa Ateneo, IB program na yung sports side. So, we're slowly changing yung topics and yung stuff na pinapagawa ko sa kanila ngayon. Hindi na same lang. I mean, obviously, iba dahil sa online setup. Pero, hindi na rin, like, for example, tinuro ko sa inyo yung iba-ibang organ systems. Hindi ko na tinuturo niya. So,
Yun naman nun. Ilang gawin ang yan.
natatandaan niyo pa ba yung organ systems?
O, patay.
Shit,
Go.
ano yun?
Coach mo na. Game na. Test mo na, coach. Test mo na.
Question.
Alam mo, coach, ganito lang kasi. Ganito lang. Natatandaan namin, pero basketball kasi yung pinag-usapan natin. Tsaka life mo. Kaya for a different,
Bad shot daw yan. Bad shot.
Galing pa rin magpalusot ni Matt King.
Okay.
Pero aside from that, ayun, trying to keep athletics of the senior high school up and running. Thankfully this year and last year, kahit online, tuloy pa rin. Obviously there are a lot of hiccups here and there, pero thankful ako na we still, as of this year, we still have 18 teams for 15 different sports programs for that senior high school. So hopefully next year, yun nga, pinaplano na namin kung paano ko hybrid, flex, whatever, kung ano mga sistema gusto nila ipatupad. Kung may face-to-face ko na next year, yun yung pinaplano namin for athletics.
Coach, dadali mo pa yung nasa likod mo ngayon. Yung kaibigan natin nasa likod mo ngayon, dadali mo pa yun.
Oscar, what's up?
Man, hindi na to si Oscar, sino na to? Si Bruno na to.
Coach, pinagaling
Ito
na.
yung pinangalan ni Sir Bok. Shoutout Sir Bok.
Shoutout po.
Si Bruno Lars.
Bruno Lars.
Hindi na si Oscar. Si Oscar bumalik na sa junior high.
Okay.
Dat pala nandito rin si Elijah. May ganyan din si Elijah, di ba? Kaso si Jesu.
Si Jesu.
Shoutout Laij, special guest.
Shoutout Jesu.
Okay. So, coach, nasabi mo before, isa sa mga biggest regrets mo is not trying out for anything. Pero was sports always your thing? Parang, did you always want to do something related to sports pagtanda mo?
Well, hindi ko na matandaan kung kailan ako nahilig sa basketball. But I distinctly remember yun. Na simulan ako grade school, I always enjoyed it to the point na yun. Kasi may kuya ko, so there would be times na late yung dismissal niya. Mas maaga ako. So maghahanap ako ng mga klase ko. Late din susundin. So basketball kami sa grade school. To the question na naisip ko ba I'd be working in a setting like this? Hindi. Yun nga, originally I was supposed to take up vet med. Kaso nalaman ko wala na yung vet med sa Diliman. Nasa Los Baños na, sa UP Los Baños. At that point in time was third year ako high school, sabi ko, set ang layo na Los Baños, ayokong pumunta Los Baños. So nag-switch ako ng sinulat sa college application. And from then on, ayun, it became something na mas tangible, mas concrete. I think I realized na nagustuhan ko yung nung nawala na yung aspirations ko of becoming a player, na-realize ko na, masaya mag-coach no college. To the point that yung org ko na psych org, hindi man lang sa sports psych org, kinuha ako ng psych department na mag-coach ng basketball team habang estudyante pa ako. Tapos yung mga player ko, mga kaibigan ko, kasi sila yung mga orgmates ko. But yun, it became an opportunity nung nagsimula akong magturo. And then, ang una kong coach na tinulungan, si Coach JM. Kasi si Coach JM was my Filipino teacher nung 4th year high school ako.
What?
Pagbalik ko sa Ateneo to start teaching, so vet med una, tapos naging sports sci. So originally magdo-doctor ako. Tapos nakita ko nag-doctor yung kuya ko, nahirapan sa...
Pass ka.
Siya nag-aaral, ako hindi. Sabi ko, ayoko na. Enjoy na ako. So tinuloy ko yung sports sci. Tinuloy ko into a career that eventually became teaching. And so, nag-graduate ako, tapos napunta ako sa Ateneo High School, isang high school pa lang natin. Nakita ko, nagko-coach pa si Coach JM. Sabi ko, nilapit ako sa one morning Wednesday niya. Sabi, Coach, kasi naalala niya ako na estudyante niya ako. Coach, kung pwede ako mag-volunteer as assistant coach, gusto ko matuto. So yun, kinuha niya ako. So, ever since 2012, doon ako nasimula sa formally as a coach. So, it's been 10 years na this year.
Damn.
Oh, matanda na ako, Matt. Sige na, matanda na ako.
Hindi, coach, coach,
Batang-bata pa nga yun, Coach eh.
ang masasabi ko right now, mas matanda pa ako tingnan kaysa sa'yo.
Actually,
I think that's a choice, Pia.
Asian cutie, yes sir.
FPJ.
Next question.
Okay. Sabi mo nga, magte-10 years ka nang nagko-coach, tsaka nagko-coach lang, 10 years ka nang nagko-coach, or pati coach nagtuturo coach? Ay! Coaching and teaching? Sorry!
This will,
Tangina.
gets ka naman. Nalilito now, pero
My bad.
this will also be my 10th year of teaching. Well, technically may 1 year off ako kasi nag-masters na ako. Pero nagtuturo, teaching assistant naman ako. So, teaching high school, I started 2012. Pumalis ako 2014 to go to the States. Bumalik ako 2018, 2019. Dito. Pero sa States, nagtuturo din ako. Hindi lang ako lagi full-time like I do now.
Oh, so yun nga, coach. So how was it like teaching or coaching athletes? How was it like teaching sina Pio tsaka sina Matt? Tapos, sino yung mga naging mga memorable
not specific.
students and ano mo?
Not specific to me and Matt.
Oh, sino mga favorite, mga memorable coaches, students, players. Share ka na rin ng mga inside stories kung pwede mo ilaglag sila Pio tsaka sina Matt.
Huy!
Teka, nasa akin yung kung kakat yan ha. Nasa akin. Ako mag-edit.
It's different naman kasi I would say now as compared to my first few years of teaching. Kasi no first few years of teaching, PE lang talaga yung tinuturo ko. Wala pang sports ano. Kaya nga nung bumalik ako from the States, tapos in-offer sa akin ni Coach Rock na bumalik sa senior high school or pumasok sa senior high school as a teacher to teach sports science in particular. Na-excite ako kasi yun yung inaral ko na college. Yun yung dahilan kung ba't ako nag-States to get my master's. I would say iba rin kasi like sa inyo, sa experiences sa senior high school PE, diba, lagi kayo may ginagawa, hindi siya free time. Yung time namin, yung system naman ng PE nun, gagawa ka ng isang drill. Or exercise for about, depending kung nauna ka, 10 minutes, the rest of the time free time.
Yun yun.
Exactly.
Ang tawag doon, practical, practical test ba yan?
Huwag natin pag-usapan yan.
Ibang usapan yan.
Practical test.
Practical test. So, siyempre, like panahon ko, swerte kami noon kasi PE ng klase ko was after lunch on a Thursday. Lunch pa lang, nagbabasketball na kami.
Nagbabasketball na sila.
Lunch,
Best.
PE, dismissal.
Dismissal.
Uy, grabe.
But going
Sarap.
to teaching, sobrang sarap ng third year. Favorite namin yun. Favorite schedule namin. When I first started teaching in Ateneo noong 2012, nagulat din ako sa sistema kasi nadi-divide na yung yung students into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So may tests kami pinapagawa sa students to determine their skill. Tapos yun nga, diba, athletes would be grouped with people who are also athletic. Kasi mahirap din minsan na nandun ka sa class mo, tapos kung ikaw athletically inclined ka, ang dali sa'yo no what's this? Yung drill. Pero for people who may mga klase kami dati, nagkawin lang nila yung practical test. Tapos after that, nakaupo na sila sa tabi. They wouldn't do anything else during PE. Or maglalakad-lakad sila around the oval or inside the covered courts. Or wala, literally nakaupo lang. So, shout out kay Coach Zoc na he made a system to help us better address the needs of the students in that sense. I think during my first year of teaching, ang pinakamalaking challenge for me then was kasi nga training ng varsity basketball kasama ni Coach Jem sa umaga. So unang dating ko pa lang sa school, taas na yung level. Tapos na-assign ako to teach beginners. Yung tipo ng estudyante na hindi marunong tumakbo, hindi marunong tumalon, hindi marunong pumasa ng bola, hindi marunong sumalo ng bola. So that for me was such a struggle. Kasi kilala niyo ako. May pasensya ko. Bumaba na nga yung pasensya ko over the course of my 10 years of teaching. But during my first year of teaching, marami akong estudyante nga sigawan. Dahil hindi sila sumusunod sa instructions. And of course, I regret some of it. Kasi hindi naman talaga nila thing ang PE. And it's understandable. But there were some sections na advanced naman natuturuan ko. So, isang tanong mo sa amin yung memorable. So, isang memorable na kwento ko. I was teaching advanced basketball for first year students. So, I would have them do a basic set of drills to test to see if, practical test, to give them a grade for the day. So, parang dribble around a set of chairs, lay up, kukunin ko yung bola, tapos papasa ko sa mid-range jump shot. Parang ganun, something like that. So, iniisa-isa ko yung mga estudyante ko on my list. So, isang estudyante, he wasn't perfect in his execution. Pero kita mo, may dating yun ba? May swag. Marunong gumalaw.
Mayabang.
So, hindi sa mayabang.
Confident.
May confidence. Marunong gumalaw. Hindi lang niya na-shoot yung jump shot, yung tipong gano'n. So, hindi ko binigyan ng perfect score. Tapos, malaman ko, mag-i-up pala yung bata. Si John naman po. Parang mali yata to.
Malito.
Pero, yun. So,
Shout out
Jolo.
I mean, Jolo still got an A in my class. So, I have to give him that. Pero, yung mga tipong gano'n na parang...
Uy!
Ayan,
Uy!
ito pala. Ito,
Kanina ka pa hinahanap.
Let's go!
panira ng momentum. Yung mga tipong gano'n na parang nalalaman mo na lang after the fact na, uy, naging superstar yan sa UAP. Tapos sa klase ko, mamarka ng minus kasi hindi na shoot yung shot. Yung tipong gano'n.
Jump shot pa.
I can't remember. Basta he made a mistake in the drill. Kaya hindi ko siya mabigyan ng perfect points. Pero yung mga tipong gano'n,
Sama.
madami na actually naging players or estudyante na naging magaling na player sa UAP. So yeah,
Matt King?
Tuturo ko si Jolo, si Mamu, yung si Matt niya to, hindi ko naging estudyante. Si Mike naging estudyante ko. Yung iba, baka hindi nyo na matandaan eh. Sina Bricks Ramos, yun, naging PO.
Oh, yung nag-champion, di ba?
Si Byron, Carlo, Aquino, Leuterio.
Nag-champion yun, di ba? Nung Yeta Twins, coach.
Oo, nag-champion sila. Si Byron, kahit sa org na basketball org, gusto kong upakan yun. Sumusunod ng play, wakaw, nananakit.
Ito fun fact. Di ba, coach, ang org yun ng Thursdays, di ba? Basketball org Thursdays yung And then, late ako sinusundo. So, sinasamahan ko na lang si Matt tsaka si Sams na nagtitraining pa sila. Tapos pinapanood namin yung arc ni Byron tsaka ni Coach GAVS. Si Coach GAVS tsaka si Byron, teammates sila sa quarter. Hindi ko alam kung bakit, pero teammates sila sa quarter. Tapos makikita mo for about 5 minutes, si Byron, legit siya lang yung gumagawa. Dribble, tira. Siguro
walang choice yung teammates niya eh. Siya point guard, siya rebound, siya point guard.
siya titira. pero lahat talaga iba. Siguro pinapasahan lang siya kapag nawala na siya ng dribble, singin niya ulit yung bola.
Luka Doncic eh.
Kaya nga hindi ko maintindihan the gall of Byron to call himself Luka Doncic. Hindi dahil to compare yourself. Pero okay, sige. Baka magaling, mataas na to stats mo. Pero dahil walang ibang gumagawa din sa team mo eh.
Oh no.
Patay Byron.
Payag ka nun,
Biggest Luka fan to, biggest Luka fan yan.
Ito pa yun. Si Coach GAVS in between. Pagod si Coach, sabi ko naman, Coach, ba't parang si Byron lang gumagawa? Tayo na, siya lang may bola eh.
Kulang yung bola sa mga teammates ni Byron eh.
Nice bye.
Two steps in after half court, titira na niya. Tapos good shot sa kanya yun.
Logo Leuterio.
Pero going back to yung question niya ni Sams. Ayun, si Aaron Black, naging mod student ko. So it's been fun teaching and yun nga, seeing the careers of my former students and former athletes. Kahit actually kayo hindi nag-pro sports or hindi just to see them, yung iba nauna pa ma-engage sa akin. Matipong gano'n. Imagine, I've been doing this for 10 years. So the students, yung ibang estudyante ko nga, na naturuan ko no 4th year sila, nagtuturo na rin ngayon sa high school. Yung matipong parang, ganun na pala katagal kung nagagawa to. So yun.
Teka Coach, magpapaalam muna ulit si Byron dahil...
Ay, paalam ka na?
Bilis
Seryoso?
Cameo lang pala.
Cameo ni
Good luck,
Chandler.
boss.
Ba?
Good luck, boss.
Galingan mo, Byron, ha? Baka sisihin mo na mababa grade mo kasi nagpakita ka pa dito.
Lang ganon.
Ingat.
Bye.
Ingat, Brad. Ingat.
Okay. Pio and Matt, kayo naman, it's your turn. Mag-share naman kayo ng mga experiences nyo with Coach GAVS.
Aha!
Kasi mabait si Coach GAVS eh. Mabait si Coach GAVS. Di niya kayo nilaglag. Pero ngayon kung gusto siya ilaglag, gawin nyo na.
May part 2 pa ba?
Meron, Coach.
Then, siguro ako na muna. Well, kung so, the viewers who don't know me personally, well, just, I think, sobrang konti. Malapit, alam ng batchmates ko, ng mga classmates ko, na malapit ako sa mga classmates, batchmates, pati na sa mga teachers ko. Alam ni Coach GAVS. Malapit ako sa mga teachers ko. And then, siguro one of the moments na, maraming memorable moments kami ni Coach GAVS. Isa na yun, nagdibu kami, dinrive niya ako pa uwi.
Sabi, nagdibu ako.
Pumunta kami ng debu, dinrive niya ako pa uwi. In between na kwentuhan or naghihingi ng advice. Pero siguro the most memorable out of all, siguro nga si Coach GAVS, baka nakalimutan niya, kasi medyo small lang to. Day of asset results nun. Friday siya, sa sobrang ng anxiety, we had CAT that afternoon, tapos na-cancel siya. In wake of waiting for the asset results.
That was a
Friday,
depressing day.
Morning reflection, tapos silence bell, 5-minute break, tapos na yung mouth period ni Coach GAVS. Di ako pa yung middle niya nun. Tapos I remember, sabi niya, usap mo na nga tayo sa labas. Ganun yung isa naming classmate, si Jerome.
Rome!
So, Jerome. Tapos
Shout out, Rob.
Akala ko kasi, papagalitan na naman ako nito ni Coach. Maingay ako sa class, magulo ako, hindi ginagawa trabaho ko, class officer pa ako doon. Ang dami pumasok sa isip ko. Tapos yung sinabi ni Coach GAVS, okay, alam niyo naman kung ano araw today. Be there for your classmates. Kasi alam niya, well, kami ni Jerome, we keep things light. Nagpapato kami. We look after everyone. Sabi ko, keep things light. True enough, nung nag-asset, that's what I tried doing. Kasi, well, a lot of our classmates passed. Some of our classmates weren't, hindi sila pinagpala. So, actually, marami pa mga batchmates yung tumambay sa classroom natin. Napati sila akin, numusta ko about kung ano yung results nila. So, nakamusta ako sa kanila. Tapos, at the end of it all, I think paalis na kami. I think si Maya ata yung kasabay ko nun. Paalis ng classroom. Si Maya.
Shoutout Maya.
Maya and I think Angelo.
Stream is new song.
Stream Angelo's new song. So, dulot-dulo ng lahat. Hindi naman ako wala naman akong hinuhugot or anything. Then pa lang, that was the first moment na may nagtanong sa akin kung kamusta yung asset results ko. Si Coach GAVS yung nagtanong sa akin. Tapos, waitlisted ako nun. So, sinabi ni Coach GAVS. Di ba, ang dami niyang pinayuhan na students na Pero yung sinabi sa akin ni Coach GAVS, isang appeal lang yan, kayang-kaya mo na yan, welcome.
Teka, pwede ba yun? Hindi ko alam kung pwede.
Hayop na advice yun
Welcome.
Wait lang.
Before anything,
Ayun.
preface ko yung napaka-stressful sa akin ng araw na yan. Kasi, hindi nyo alam ito eh. That day, wala si Ma'am Bitsik. Basta wala si Ma'am Pinky Escares.
Big boss, wala.
Basically, ako yung
High.
officer in charge. Ako yung natasang bantayan yung senior high school. On that day, nalalabas yung asset results. So, before, yun nga, wala kayong CAP. Hindi ko nga naintindihan kung bakit ako yung naging OIC noon. When there were other people who could have been OIC. So before, kasi parang labas ng results nun was supposedly 3:30, something like that, diba?
3.
Before that, kasi sinabihan ko yung guidance counselors, sinabihan ko yung security guards, na to be on watch, kasi nga, diba, with everything going on, hindi mo ma-anticipate ko susubok mo pag, diba, tumalon, saktan sarili lang because of the results. But, going back to what Pio said, hindi naman sa maling advice yun. Hindi ko sinasabing sagot ko agad yung appeal niya, diba? But, if you show that you are wanting to fight for your spot and you can back it up, and you have teachers who will write you strong recommendation letters.
Shout out Sir Josh Madarang.
Shout out po, sir.
Sa appeal. Shout out Sir Josh Madarang. Pero alam naman ni Coach na, well, pati nila, may self-confidence naman ako.
Sobra pre, sobra nga eh.
True enough naman. I'm here naman. So, thank you Coach. Hindi ko lang naalala mo yung day na yun. Kung sinabihan mo, okay, alam niyo naman yung araw na to. Okay.
Ikaw, Matt.
Ako,
Yan, marami yan.
Maglabas ka na ng sama mo ng loob.
Hindi, wala naman. To be honest, siyempre hindi mo natandaan ni Coach GAVS lahat ng mga pinagsasabi niya sa akin. Pero, basta marami yun. Nothing bad. Coach, I got you. Wala namang talagang masama. Siguro yung nagsasabi sa akin na medyo malapit ako kay Coach dahil sa fact na naging coach ko siya, naging teacher ko siya. Tapos, most ng mga things, lalo na pag-related sa basketball, napapag-usapan ng madaling mo. Basta may mga napag-usapan kami tungkol sa mga sa certain things that happened in my basketball life na sobrang Hindi mo masasabi sa ibang tao dahil mata-judge ka unless na teammate mo sila na nakakagets ka. Nagagets yung point mo. When it comes to the and to personal reasons like yung mga injuries and stuff. Kasi parang sa totoo lang, coach, ikaw yung wait no, hindi naman sa una, pero ikaw yung isa sa mga konting coach na nalalapitan ko talaga. Aside from of course si Coach Mac and Coach Pat.
Coach Pat.
Yeah, talaga. Pero what made it fun for me was how easy it was to talk to you pagdating sa mga bagay. And hindi man ako humihingi ng mga life advice ganyan, yung mga moves, yung mga life advice mo on and off the court. Pero alam ko na pag may napansin ka naman, malapit ka sa akin, may sinasabi ka, which is I'm very thankful for. So, yun, wala na ako sabihin specific kasi baka may masabi pa akong dapat natin nire-record. So, yun lang. Ikaw, Sams, ba't ikaw? Anong experiences mo dyan, Sams?
Ano ba? Kasi compared to you guys, di kasi ako, classmates kami, okay guys. Classmates kami, pero hindi ko tinake yung elective nila. So, never ako na formally naturuan ni Coach GAVS. Siguro mga experience ko lang, mga times na napapagalitan ako for some reason. Uy, Coach, tahimik ako nung grade 12, ba?
Oo.
Pero bakit ako napapagalitan?
Ako din.
Ay, Pio, manahimik ka na, Pio. Manahimik.
Oy, hindi ko papansinin yung comment ni Pio. Pero yung kay Sams. Not for anything, Sams. I think it could have been possible that katulad lang kung gusto nyo. It could have been possible that your reputation
Exactly. We don't need to cut this.
Diba?
Pag-usapan na namin yung
Yeah.
It really is something that has to be acknowledged. Kasi diba, I mean, every day, pag gumagawa ko ng MIP, ikaw yung isa sa mga tao lapag agad. Alam ko agad kung nandyan yung gamit mo, wala. Walang problema. Tapos yun nga, all the other things that I hear from your classmates na ikaw yung gumagawa ng reviewer, ikaw yung gumagawa nito. So, I mean,
clap it up.
Walang problema sa gano'n, di ba?
Thank you, guys.
It just so happened that yun nga, there are some instances, not only for you, that really, it makes it, ako, especially yun nga, dahil hindi kita naturuan aside from MIP, moderators, what's this, session, whatever.
Reflection.
Yun lang yung interaction natin eh. Kasi nga, I mean, like I admitted during our retreat, diba? Pagkukulang ko din yun as a teacher, as a moderator, that I wasn't able to be there always for everyone in the class. But yun nga, I mean, diba? For all the talk that I heard about SAMS before I got into 12 Gonzales, wala ko,
Thank you.
Walang basihan.
Probably the same goes for Matt.
Kasi naman buong class, as buong class. Feeling ko.
No, I mean,
Nah, the whole class except for one guy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Matt? The whole, Coach, Coach, alam mo na yun, Coach.
Wait, Coach.
Sira ulo yun.
Wala ba kami reputation ni Matt na mag-represent sa amin?
well, mahirap sabihin nyo kay Matt kasi grade 11 pa lang. Kalala ko na si Matt. Ikaw,
Shit.
Sira ulo ka talaga, pre. Sira ulo ka talaga. Pero Coach, on a serious note, naalala ko na ito na may pinaka-memorable na. Pero I don't know if it's exactly life-changing for me. But I know na si Carl Abay, shoutout Carl Abay, na nag-benefit siya dito.
Abay!
Coach, naalala mo pa ba yung pinatawag mo randomly and then parang you asked me to look after Abay. Yun. Doon talaga, I was like, fuck bro, I have a responsibility. Kasi tropa natin lahat. Si Abay yung tropa ng lahat. So yung parang impossible task yun sa akin nung binigay sa akin ni Coach GAVS. Saka, di ba parang, puta. Pero nung in-explain sa akin ni Coach GAVS yung situation and knowing na Abay's like my brother na talaga. Araw-araw kami magkasama. Hindi ko kaya pabayaan si Abay. So yun, doon nagsimula yung parang na-inspire ako lalo yun, gumawa ng mga reviewers, stuff like that. Kung naalala nyo guys, nung one night, naalala, nag-send lang ako ng mga 8 reviewers sa group chat natin out of nowhere. Doon ako na-inspire kasi parang si Abay, kung kaya ni Abay, gago kaya nyo rin lahat. Kasi, yo, Abay made it though. Abay made it though.
Abay made it, bro. Abay made it.
That's
Mic
like,
drop moment.
doon ako, yung graduation natin, bas parang TV pa yun or computer. Nag-celebrate yung pamilya ko nung natag yung pangalan ni Abay, hindi sa akin. So akala ko, mahal niyo ba talaga ako? Mahal niyo ba talaga ako?
Ako ba yung anak niyo?
Seryoso yun. Parang nag-cheer talaga pati lola ko, nanay ko, tatay ko. Kaya
That's
nga,
a win, bro. That's a win.
yeah. So fucking proud. Yun lang. Yun yung pinaka-memorable para sa akin.
Okay.
Oy.
There are so many people who
Talaga.
come in
Shows
not
the value of
knowing
ano.
what they're- Yeah.
Shows the value of ano rin, how important the people around you.
It's the intangibles, bro.
The intangibles
Yes.
Yung mga hindi na
Nice P.
Nice.
Okay. Okay na, Coach? May dadagdag ka pa? Kayo, guys.
Tapos na.
Okay. Eto, Coach. Doon na tayo sa pinaka-spicing segment ng portion na to. Can you share some inside stories about the teams that you've been in, coached, ganon? Yung mga, stories na di alam ng common na tao.
That are safe to...
That are safe to
para
say.
sa'yo.
Yes.
Safe na sabihin mo.
At wala rin kaming hinahanap na issue.
Hindi po kami naghanap ng
Yeah.
issue.
Gusto lang din namin.
That's a great point.
Gusto lang namin malaman.
Well, sige. I mean, to start things off, kasi nabanggit na ni Matt kanina. Diba? That whole situation, you know the one I'm talking about. That situation, the one that came about
What?
during your senior year.
Oh!
Okay, yeah.
Ano?
Not to, anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
What the?
yun.
Okay. Gets, bro.
The
Gets,
whole
bro.
the situation as a whole, to be honest, dapat wala yun. Dapat it wasn't a problem to begin with. Because, hindi na dapat umabot sa point na yun. Pinaglaban,
Yes.
kaya nag-team, tapos, nung
Straight up ass. Straight up trash, man. Come on.
I don't know how to phrase it.
Come on, bro. Watch out, Matt.
When the organizational structure was being put into place, diba, siya yung logical kasi, nasa sistema na siya.
What?
I understand na in hindsight, hindi talaga dapat. Hindi talaga.
Looking back now.
Look at
now.
Diba? Yun nga.
Pero
Chill.
at the time,
Hindi, pinag-usapan na namin ni Matt pa before. Ewan ko natatanda na. Pero hindi talaga, kahit yung mga ibang tao dun sa organizational structure, hindi lang siya, the people around him, hindi naman talaga dapat sila eh.
Bruh.
It was merely convenience na nasa sistema na sila. Right? And I mean, of course, diba? Ako, personally, I'd like to apologize because kayo yung na-affect nun. Diba? Kayo yung...
Coach, sila lang, wag ka sa akin. Wag sa akin. Kasi nag-ano na ako eh. I went James Harden mode.
he retired.
I retired.
Kaya,
That was a smart move.
Kaya nga napagdiskitahan ka sa Sports Fest, diba, Sams?
Oo.
Bindring
May
up
jersey-
Daniel.
sip-
Bindring up ng Daniel yun. Hindi ko makakalimutan yun.
That was so fun. That was so fun.
Hindi. Pero
Mamaya.
yun nga, parang it shouldn't have been that situation to begin with. But it compounded the problem when it became apparent that he was not a good fit.
Okay. Coach. Okay. May napag-usapan kasi kami dati, previous episodes, di ko alam kung nakita mo, yung mga misconceptions about basketball players. Pero, ito naman, para sa...
Kina Jazzy yan, di ba?
Oo. Ito naman, coach,
yun?
para sa'yo.
Sa, yung 5 kami nun. 5 kami nun.
Yeah, kasama si Laij.
Oo.
Sila
Yeah,
Laij, sila
yeah.
Drew.
Kasi ako yung pinasagot nila.
EJ.
Trip.
Tama naman. Tinanong
Okay.
si Pio kasi...
What are some things na na-realize mo about basketball players na unpopular opinions?
That are... Or even athletes.
Yeah, even athletes in general lang.
Well, case-to-case basis siya. I mean, obviously, the most glaring one is, di ba, yun, na-mention na rin before. Pag-atleta, bobo. Pag-atleta, tamad. Pag-atleta, tagahawak lang ng papel yan sa presentation. Di ba, taga-click lang ng PowerPoint. It really depends because if you have
Samson, bro.
athletes who are dedicated, diba? I mean, as cliche as it sounds, yung sinasabi nga ni Byron. Sige, shout out Byron. Student athlete na student first, diba? It's, I mean, eto, kahit nung pagpasok ko sa CHK, sa UP, 7 lang kami na pumasa ng UPCAT na pumili ng sports side to go into sports side. Everyone else in our block pumasok as varsity. And out of, sabihin mo ng 30 kami, 7 lang kaming nag-upcat. Upcat passers. Out of the 23 other people we had in our block, may makikita ka na
Wala talaga.
nag honors, kumbaga. Meron silang kaklase. Nag-UAP star siya. Hindi ko lang sasabihin ko sino. Gusto niya kopyahin
Message,
yung
coach.
thesis ko.
Message.
Gusto niya kopyahin yung thesis ko. As in, literally. Gusto niya kunin yung thesis ko.
I don't know who that is.
Hindi na nabutan yan.
I don't know who that is.
Search mo lang. Ano siya?
Hold up.
Player na UP dati.
Okay.
So it really depends on what's this? The person involved. Ano pa ba? Yung yabang depende kasi yun nga, may mga taong wala namang skills whatsoever, lakas-lakas naman magsalita.
Tropa mo yung isa, coach eh. Respectfully. Ha? Di. Mahal kita, Pio eh.
Hindi, yun nga, diba, it depende yan sa tao. Hindi mo, it's hard to generalize.
Yes, coach.
Ano pa ba yung mga sinabi nyo? Or ano pa ba yung mga common na
Mayabang.
na misconceptions? Mayabang, yun, depende.
Babayero.
Ay, hindi ko masasagot.
Totoo yan, tinan mo si Coach GAVS. Totoo yan.
Gogo!
Ay, boot!
Paano naging ako?
Pio, ikaw makakasagot niyan. Pio, ikaw makakasagot. This is your time to shine. Go!
Ay, coach, wala akong sinasabi Promise.
Ewan ko sa inyo.
Wala akong. What the fuck?
Hindi, joke lang yan, coach.
Diba?
Next question.
Hindi,
Oh.
it's hard to say nga
Wala.
misconceptions kasi case-to-case basis yan eh.
Oh, ito, coach. Yung favorite question ni Pio. Out of all of the students and
Yeah.
players that you've been, like you've taught or you've been with na nakilala mo, form a starting 5 plus a 6-man. Ikaw yung magko-coach.
Ikaw mag-coach.
Yung pandayo mo sa Mavs, yung mga ganun.
Yeah. Pwede ka naman mag-shout out ng mga honorable mention na hindi ako. Yun yung ginawa ni Drew.
Explain mo rin kung bakit, coach.
Explain why.
Kailangan pasok sa sistema mo, coach.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
What system will you play, coach? Ano?
Yeah. First of all,
Oh,
what
yun,
system will
magaling.
you play?
As a coach.
well, ako, I mean, it's if it were up to me, ang pinaka-excited is run and gun. I mean, 7 seconds or less, Suns. The favorite. I mean, you
Run and gun.
guys know, favorite
Yep.
player ko Steve Nash. No, hands down. Luka second. But Steve Nash is my overall number 1 favorite player. So, ganun style yung gusto ko. Mahirap sagutin to in the sense that, for example, sa pagiging athletic coordinator ko, under my watch, yan, sina Kai, sina Gio. Hindi ko sila na-coach directly. So,
First hand na lang, coach. First hand.
First hand.
First hand.
So, first hand. Sino ba? Hindi nyo kilala kasi yung iba grade school pa kayo no? Kasi first year of teaching and coaching ko. Sige, I'll make it easy na lang. Yung pinaka obvious guard Aaron Black. Kasi yun, naging mod student ko si Aaron, and yun nga, he's doing so well in the PBA right now. After seeing him work his way from his ACL injury, laki ng tiwala ko sa batang yan. So guard na yun, sino ba? Si Mike Nieto, naging estudyante ko din. Another success story coming from yun nga, his stint as, imagine mo, no, high school, big man yan.
Big Mike talaga, Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Yo.
Diba? But now, guard forward yung ano niya. So, silang dalawa I would guess make up my backcourt.
Solid.
Forward.
Coach GAVS team is beating all of ours.
Oo nga eh.
Coach, paano yung paano yung player na hindi mo binigyan na perfect tas mag-u up pala? Okay na to yun,
Mahirap yun.
Oo nga, okay na to yun,
na to yun. Kaso, tagal na rin yata hindi nakakalaro siya, Cholo.
Actually, coach, ano ka lang? Coach, para ano lang, hindi ko alam kung mapapadali sa'yo to o hindi. Parang interesting lang. Sabihin mo yung coach, yung overall mo, no? After niyan, gusto ko rin malaman yung para sa batch lang namin.
Sige.
Yeah.
Pwede yan,
Pwede ba kasama?
Sige.
Joke lang.
Pwede, pre.
Sama ako
Analyst tayo, analyst.
Kasama.
Yeah, coach, tuloy mo yung coach.
Sige, so meron na akong Aaron saka Mike. Mike. Siguro yung 3 ko, si Mamu.
Solid.
Grabe yun. Sobrang, isa pa yun.
Idol.
Si Jolo hindi ko nakilala as a player when I first saw his name. Si Mamu, alam ko, ni-recruit siya from Lourdes yata siya eh.
Lourdes. With Fran Yu. Yeah.
Nakakatawa yun kasi first year pa lang siya. Inaabot na niya, sinusubukan niya abutin niyo rin. Tapos, one time, I think recess, second year na siya. Coach, tingnan mo to. Inabot na niya rin. Parang, second year ka pa lang, kaya mo.
Naol.
Matipong gano'n.
Naol.
Si Mamu.
Sana
Si Mamu, the young JD Javier. The young JD.
Shout out JD.
The young JD.
Bigs, Coach Bigs.
Bigs tayo, Bigs.
4-5 tas 6 man.
Ito actually, hindi nyo nakilala, pero they were my first batch of Paya players under Coach JM. Ito, yung dalawa, sentro ko si Dale Fontanos, shout out Dale. Batang Marikina din yan. 5, sobrang stretch 5 niya. Similar yung games namin in the sense that shot blocker, high flyer, si Dale. 4 would be from the same batch, si Martin Dizon. Doktor na si Martin ngayon, so good for him.
Big time.
Sobrang scorer siya, as in automatic. Bigay mo sa kanya yung bola, score niya.
Parang Matt King.
Shout out dun sa buong team namin yon. No offense to all of the other teams that I coached. Obviously memorable sila kasi sila yung first batch na first team na nahawakan ko. Pero sila yung, in my opinion, we had the best shot to get to a championship. Yun yung nakalaban nila. Sina Isaac Go. Kalaban namin sa Xavier.
Damn.
Natalo lang kami sa Xavier.
Damn!
Muntikan pa makapagsapakan yung isang player namin kay Isaac Go. Kasi wala sa laban, pero sinusubukan niya. So,
He tried.
5 na yun.
6 man.
Bench.
6 man.
Bench. 6 man. 6 man. 6 man.
BOT.
Gago, wag. Galing nila eh. Ganun.
Ito, medyo madaya. Kasi interchangeable sila. Yung kambal. Isa dun sa kambal.
Oh,
Ito
smart.
si Mickey
Oh.
si Gabi. Kasi, yun nga, sa taas, ako sa tingin ko sa taas ng IQ nila, not only in basketball, they can fit into any
Jesus
system.
Christ.
They know how to play any system.
Yes. Okay, very.
Hindi ko alam kung sino sa kanilang dalawa kukunin ko. Because very similar sila. So, one of them
Interesting.
nila.
Kaya na, one of them, coach, tapos palit na lang sila jersey just in case na.
Oo, diba? Pareho
Na-
lang naman.
Hindi naman siya nakita. Hindi naman makikilala. Okay lang yun. So sinasabi mo,
For a
coach,
batch.
yung run and gun system,
batch.
fit dyan, run and gun system. Parang mas pantay naman tayo sa mga pinili namin. Yung mga
Sana all eh.
batch naman namin. Parang mas pantay naman.
Batch nyo. Right. Sa batch nyo, sentro, si Gino.
Gino.
Fuck, yeah. He's all our center.
He's a 3 now though.
Yeah.
He's a 3 now.
Nakita mo naman kung paano sa mga labaw, both sa U-Up and sa...
The milkman.
Diba?
The Milkman. Shout out Milkman.
The milkman.
Sino ba? Sino pa nasa batch ninyo?
4.
Si Dre, Kanoy.
The four?
4?
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, that's solid.
Ay, oo nga pala, run and
Run and gun.
Run and
Gun. 4 si Dre.
That's solid.
Payat, pero...
Taas tumalon, mabilis.
Oo, nakipagsabayan naman sa mga... Kina-4 din naman sa dati.
True.
3?
There's only one choice for 3. Yeah. Facts.
Not King.
Coach,
Kung di lang na-enjoy.
Coach, wala tayong bolahan dito lang. Pero yung ano lang.
Oo, alam ko. Kaya nga. Pero diba, if it was run and gun, kita ko naman, kahit injured ka sa 4-8-16, kinakaya mo. Diba? Kahit dinadala mo ng ilang taon yun. Dos pwede si Jazzy.
Yeah.
Kasi, yun nga, kung kailangan natin defender, pwedeng Dos.
Same kayo ng lineup mat ah.
Yeah.
Oo nga,
Same kayo ng lineup mat.
Actually, oo nga.
Point guard.
Sa point guard kami mag-iiba.
Point guard, feeling ko sinugid.
Ay, doon kami nag-iba.
Close.
Yeah.
Doon kami nag-iba.
Yeah. Close.
Sinugid. And then 6 man ko, maliit, pero si Jan 2.
Fuck. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi, I mean,
Grabe
yun, isa
yun.
pa, Jan 2.
He's a beast.
So, hindi ko makakalimutan, nung kina-coach ko kayo, si Jan 2 tsaka si Kev, lagi kong sinasabihan, itaas yung kamay pag dumedepensa. Silang dalawa yung laging arms at the side pag dumepensa. Kaya pag na-blow by, hinahataw nila sa likod, tinatawag silang foul. Pero si Jan 2, nung umangat siya sa UAP, ang laki ng difference in terms of his, kasi nga, pinakamaliit, so hustle. So he had to adapt. Pero yun, kung run and gun, feeling ko
Dude's a
yun
beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
Yeah.
My God. Okay, coach. Ano lang, quick wrap up of the teams that you made from the big, yung walang pantay sa mga teams namin to our batch. Ano na lang, wrap up mo na lang, coach, para klaro sa lahat.
Oh. So, for the
first
entire
team.
Si Dale Fontanos, shout out Dale. Martin Dison, shout out Martin. Si Mamu, si Mike Nieto, Aaron Black, and one of the Salvador boys.
The twins.
Gabi and Miggy. Palit na lang kayo dyan. And then sa batch ninyo, si Gino, Andre, Matt King, Jazzy, Nugid and
Jantu.
Jantu Pupiato. The third.
Okay.
The third. The third.
Diba? The third si Jantu.
Second. Kaya nga,
Junior.
Jantu coach eh.
Sorry.
Jantu.
Oo nga naman pala. Bakit naman pala magiging third si Jantu?
Si Jantre na yung part-team doon.
Sorry Jantu. Akin.
Okay, coach.
Okay.
Last and final question, just to wrap this all up. What's your biggest takeaway with being so involved with sports?
Actually, I mean, madami. It's especially taking on the role of athletics coordinator, a job that I never expected to have. I mean, I don't know if you guys know this. Nung bumalik ako sa senior high school, dapat magtuturo lang ako. Magtuturo at magko-coach ng track. I was offered by Ma'am Bisik to take on the role of athletics coordinator during my final interview. Without knowing what it really entailed, umuha ako. And it's been one of the most rewarding yet stressful things I've done in my life so far. Ang saya mag-coach, ang saya magturo ng PE kasi nakikita mo yung nagagawa ng isang tao as Tio's cliche goes, on and off the court.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Saan mo makikita kung gaano ka gusto ng isang tao yung isang bagay? I mean, case in point, si Shams, di ba? Not to dig up
All
a
good,
wound.
coach.
Right. The dedication, the effort that you put in to all things, be it basketball, be it studies, di ba? Yun yung nakakalaki ng puso. It makes me so proud. Yun lang, like I said earlier.
Appreciate you,
Seeing
coach.
how my players, how my students, how my former athletes grow and are now doctors, lawyers, hindi mo matatapatan yun. It's hard to find a
Absolutely.
profession that will match
that.
that.
Yeah.
Kasi, yun nga, I mean, even some of the players, when I was in Texas, I was able to coach for 1 year sa isang Christian school, girls basketball team yung nahawakan ko. Up to now, I'm still friends with some of them. Kasi nga, nakikita ko kung gaano ka what's this? Widespread yung reach nila. Some of them are in different states. Some of them went to play collegiate basketball. Hindi NCAA, but they're getting there. And so, yun, even with, yan, diba, knowing sina Kai, knowing sina Gio, knowing sina Aaron, it makes me so proud to see just everyone doing so well. And yun nga, even you guys, diba? Na malakas ko asarin si Pio, pero alam ko he's doing so well, diba? He's holding his own as an Atenean.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Kahit waitlist, isang appeal lang yan.
Yeah.
So it's really unexpected na napunta ako sa path na to, but it's something I wouldn't trade for anything else.
Well said, coach. Alright, Matt, I'll pass it to you na.
Alright, coach. Before we officially end the show,
Oh my God.
thoughts on Josh Giddey?
Oh
Come
my
on,
God. Come on, bro.
Honest thoughts. Okay, hindi ako just honest thoughts.
Ako, I mean, he's legit. I mean, you've seen him do incredible things. Naka-triple-double twice as
Yeah.
the youngest player, diba? I mean, he obviously has the tools that can make him a star. It's just finding a system, finding a team that can elevate him to even greater heights. Pang ilang year nyo na nagre-rebuild? Well,
Twice.
theoretically,
Second year?
Twice pa
When
lang.
did
Yeah.
Westbrook leave?
Twice.
Hindi, nung nawala si Chris Paul, di ba si Chris Paul nalapakan
Yeah,
to the
na-play
Oh,
Twice.
twice, coach.
Oh,
2 years.
twice. So, I mean, if you make the most out of your picks, if you make
Get
SGA,
Bronny.
Dort, and Poku,
Yeah,
Yes, see?
Poku.
I'm telling you guys,
Poku.
bro. Poku's the real deal.
if you give Poku experience, and you add in, a veteran like they did with Derek Favors, if you get like 1 or 2 more veterans, solid yung team na yan down the line. And
LeBron James, veteran.
Nakakatawa ka yung mga di ba pag nagka-franchise mode ka sa 2K, may isa akong run. Si Kawhi nag-OKC. Hindi siya nag-resign.
Yo,
Nag-OKC
Armat.
siya.
Binibigyan mo ng pag-asa si Armat, coach.
Ayos yan eh.
Free agent das.
Alright, bro.
Pag dumating si Bronny, pag na-draft si Bronny, LeBron, won last year.
Turn things around.
Last dance.
James Yap. Okay.
So, I think that's it.
Uy,
May
so
tanong-
marami pa kami pag-uusapan.
This probably a 2-part episode.
I
No?
don't know, depende talaga. Kasi marami rin ako yung kakat. So, hindi ko rin talaga alam kung gaano kahaba to. Pero, thank you everyone for
Thanks,
watching.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Coach.
that.
Thank you,
Thank you, Coach.
for giving us the time to guest. First na to eh. Grabe tong guest namin na to. Iba. First
He's
na...
our first
Hindi namin
First
kabatch.
major guest.
Okay,
Yeah,
ito,
major
ito,
guest.
ito, major guest.
Nakaka-pressure naman yung mga pinagsasabihin niyo.
Hindi, pero totoo.
Sino naman naging guest namin?
Oo, konti pa rin naman talaga yung guest namin, Coach. Kaya, thank you. We appreciate it. Malay mo, bumalik si Coach. Di ba? Yan natin
Ano
alam.
natin?
Bumalik si
Maghahasik ng lagim kay Byron.
Kasi Byron naman yung... Silang dalawa lang sa isang podcast.
One-on-one.
One-on-one. Fast
naman.
talk.
Nako.
Hindi natin alam.
Wag na.
Pero...
Ayoko, hindi na ako babalik
Fast
yung
talk.
Pero yun, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you guys stayed for this very long episode.
Yes.
It's worth it. It's worth
It's
it.
worth it. It's
Sure.
worth it.
Gems dropped everywhere, bro.
Look out for our next episode. Nga pala, pa-plug ko lang. Nagbibenta na rin ako ng NBA cards. So, follow nyo yung link ko nandyan sa description. Give us a like, subscribe. And more good things to come. More great guests.
Ako mag-shoutout na ako. Shoutout na ako sa
Ay,
may
Coach,
isang group
okay.
kami ng teachers.
Sige,
Naging,
Coach.
ewan ko, kilala. Si Josh Madarang.
Yeah!
Yes!
Yes!
Yeah!
Tsaka
Sino?
Si Sok. Si
Sino pa
Gab
sa'yo?
Anyasco.
Yeah!
Yes.
Si Sok. Meron kaming, nagsimula siya sa group chat sa, what's this? Group
Fantasy.
chat sa Facebook. As NBA, nagsisend lang kami ng memes to one another. Tapos wala. Yun yung grupo namin na araw-araw nag-chat kami about NBA shit. Yun lang.
Coach, wala ka bang gustong i-plug? Baka may gusto kang i-plug na business.
Shout out.
Wala.
Baka may gusto pa
Kung may
i-shoutout,
shoutout,
coach, ha?
Coach, sigurado ka ba dyan?
Sino?
Baka may gusto ka pang
Wala.
i-shoutout. Para safe. Sinisigurado
Delikado eh.
namin. Sinisigurado
Sino?
namin. Wala ba?
Wala.
Wala.
Only coach can answer that
Oo,
question.
si Coach, alam nyo, wala na tayong magagawa dyan. Si Coach na ano dyan.
Hands off, bro.
Ano na tayo, nagsabi na ako. Okay, yun.
Ano ba gusto na sabihin ko? Hindi ko alam kung ano gusto na sabihin ko.
No, okay, yun. Shoutout, siguro, alam mo na po kung sino ka. Okay,
Shoutout po
If you
sa
know,
inyo
you-
po.
If you know,
Opo.
you know.
yes.
Off the court.
Okay, yan. Thanks for watching. Again,
Thank you
Nahiya
guys.
pa kayo.
Appreciate y'all.
again, I'm Matt.
I'm Pio.
Sams.
Coach, makasama ka na dito, Coach.
Coach Gavs.
Yes, yan. Okay.
Yes.
This has been Intangibles Podcast. We out. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We on the low, be quiet.